Good morning, students. Welcome back to this recorded session. Today we are going to learn about to and enough. Well, how do we have to use them and what are them? In the left side we have to and in the right side we have enough. To means more than what is needed, kids. So, if we have something in excess, we have to use to. And we have differences in the usage of it, right? So we have to plus the adjective. For example, this is too hot, I can't drink it. We have to plus the adverb. He drives too fast, it's dangerous. We have too much that we have to use it for uncountable nouns. For example, this food is very sweet, it has too much sugar. And we use too many for countable nouns, something that we can count. And we have the example here. The class has too many students. Some of them don't have desks. Now, in the right side we have enough. And enough means sufficient, as much as needed. Okay, so when you have something that is sufficient, you have to use enough. And we use them with this type of structures. Firstly, kids, we have adjective plus enough. When you are using adjective or adverbs, kids, you have to use them at the first place, right? So for example, he's very tall. He's tall enough to reach the top shelf, right? Remember, the adjective is at first place. And then we have the adverb plus enough. She is fast runner and I am too. Okay, so we are using it firstly, kids. Okay, don't forget it, my dears. I am fast enough to run with her. And we have enough plus the noun. In this case, we have to use enough at first, right? So he has enough money to buy a new toy. Now let's talk about to. Well, we have some examples here, right? Firstly, so we have this person, right? Is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we have to say that he is too old, he has too much money, he has too many guns, he drinks too much, and he talks too slowly, right? So we can say that this is the Terminator, right? Okay, now my dears, so we have to say that he is too old, we are using an adjective. When we have to say much money, too much money, we are using uncountable noun. When we say he has too many guns, we are using countable nouns. He drinks too much, we are using, kids, the verb. And kids, we also have to use it the uncountable noun, right? He drinks too much according to the verb, and he talks too slowly according to the adverb. Okay, let's continue, my dears. We have some examples here. This street and dangerous. How do we use them? Well, this street is too dangerous. Now we have the traffic. What we can say about the traffic? Well, according to the picture, we have to say that there is too much traffic in the avenue, right? So we have the word traffic and the word cars. Okay, there are too many cars in the avenue. We have pairs of shoes in plural, right? It's not only one pair, so there are a lot of them. And we have to say, kids, that she has too many pairs of shoes. She has too many pairs of shoes. Now let's talk about talk. Well, she talks too much, right? Or we can say, kids, with work, we have to say that she works too much, right? Or they eat too quickly. So we have these examples, my dears. They eat too quickly. Now let's continue with enough. What happened with enough? How do we use them? Well, we have this type of example. So we have party in my house and we have a lot of examples here, right? Okay, firstly, so we have different pictures that we have to describe them. What we can see in the picture. So we have a checklist, and we have friends, we have 30 liters of a liquid, or it could be beer, and it says, I have enough liters of beer. Or we can say, kids, I have enough meat for everyone. Also, we can say, kids, that I don't have enough chairs. Le hacen falta las sillas, no tiene suficiente. I don't have enough chairs. The house is big enough. Remember, we are using a noun, right? It's for that reason it's in red. The house is big enough. The food and drinks are enough. Okay, so we see each other frequently enough. It's okay if someone doesn't come. Okay, so we have these type of examples that we can use them, kids. Remember, kids, enough is when we want to say that something is sufficient, right? Cuando es suficiente, cuando ya no necesitan más o necesitan algo más y no es suficiente, when you say that in negative, right? Okay. Well, my dears, we have finished this class. I hope that you like it, because I really like it. Okay, so we see you in the next class. Thank you and goodbye.